in Wisconsin. We'll explain how many tax credits Foxconn will be getting.
And dozens of animals are looking for forever homes after a hoarding situation. We'll have the details as your local news starts right now.
News Watch 12 with Dan Hagan, Jessica Jukic, and Jeff Weller.
Good evening and welcome to News Watch 12 at 10. I'm Jessica Jukic.
And I'm Dan Hagan. We're joined by Jeff Weller. Jeff, this is kind of the biggest snowstorm we've seen all season so far.
Well, the radar is filling in now, but the biggest snow arrives for us tomorrow night into Thursday morning. And there's going to be a lot of snow to go around. Let's look outside now at the radar and show what's going on. We have the snow and rain and a combination of rain and snow and ice arriving out there currently. This is going to make things messy by tomorrow morning. Several schools already closed across parts of the area. This is not the main event, though. That's going to arrive for us late in the day tomorrow into early parts of Thursday, where a lot of snow is on the way for us for tomorrow into tomorrow night. Okay, so here's the bigger picture, and this thing is all wound up across the Midwest. It's moving very, very slowly across this way toward Minneapolis and Duluth. On that track, we'll get several more hours of precipitation tonight and off and on throughout the day tomorrow before a really big slug of moisture gets in here tomorrow evening into Thursday morning. That's the main event. That's going to bring a lot of snow, sleet, and rain, but mostly snow north of Highway 29, and that snow is likely going to be heavy for tomorrow night. That'll end up looking like this. We don't do this very often. This is that heavy, wet stuff, too. They'll be difficult to move around late tomorrow night into early parts of Thursday morning. Just an inch or two of snow for us for tonight. Our forecast then tonight, though, is freezing rain, sleet, and snow, steady temperatures near 30 with low temperatures down near 29. Your full forecast is coming up. Dan, Jessica.
Thank you, Jeff. That winter storm could bring a foot of snow to the area, and it's expected to cause slick roads and possibly power outages.
But the snowstorm can also cause difficulties at airports. Today, News Watch 12's Kyle Pozorski spoke with the Rhinelander-Oneida County Airport Director about the steps they are taking to prepare.
That was 108 Romeo, Minneapolis.
The Rhinelander-Oneida County Airport is a busy place on and off the tarmac leading up to a major snow event.
It's obviously a dynamic situation.
Airport Director Matthew Leitner says the airport is ready for what's ahead over the next 48 hours.
We have everybody mobilized. We have a full complement of staff. We have 5 full-time snow removal equipment operations specialists that'll be taking care of the airfield for the duration of the event.
Leitner's full-time maintenance staff work to clear the runway and de-ice airplanes in order to make sure they can take off and land safely. Without their work, the airport's operations would come to a screeching halt.
We're an FAA certificated 139 airport, which means that we're held to the same standard as Mitchell or O'Hare or LAX or Atlanta or any of those large airports. It's not at all different.
While not much different from other airports, it is from the typical roads everyone else drives on. Airports in snowy locations use specialty trucks, which use brushes to sweep off the runways.
With a vehicle traveling that weighs 50,000 pounds going 150 miles an hour, it's imperative that we have really good friction when the rubber meets the runway.
And as you can see, the runways are completely clear, and that's all thanks to what the ground crew does.
Here, they're carpenters, they're electricians, they're heavy equipment operators. So if I may commend them, they do an outstanding job out here.
It just goes to show that for this small-town airport in Wisconsin's Northwoods, the task of keeping the runway clear is anything but small. Reporting in Rhinelander, Kyle Pozorski, Newswatch 12.
A spending agreement for next year is one step closer to being finalized on the national level. Lawmakers announced they have reached a bipartisan, bicameral framework for a spending agreement that would fund the government through next year. This is a major sign of progress from negotiators who have been struggling for weeks to find compromise. GOP leader Kevin McCarthy was absent from the agreement. Senate Appropriations Chairman Patrick Leahy said in a statement that the pain of inflation is real and they cannot delay work any farther.
Parts of Oneida County are raising awareness about PFAS. Tonight, the Stella Town Board held a meeting where officials from the DNR and Wisconsin Department of Health Services spoke to concerned residents. The DNR says that right now the agency is in the beginning stages of investigating the water in Starks and is hoping to help inform residents of protective measures to reduce future exposure from PFAS. We'll have more on the investigation tomorrow night at 5 p.m.
Foxconn was supposed to be the next big manufacturing hub in Wisconsin. That did not happen, but its smaller footprint in the state has qualified for nearly $10 million in tax breaks. This is the second year in a row the Taiwan-based company qualified for $8.6 million in tax breaks. The credits are for creating 768 jobs at its southeastern Wisconsin facility and for making a $77 million capital investment by the end of 2021. Back in April of 2021, Governor Evers revised an agreement with Foxconn. The company is now expected to invest $670 million by the end of 2025. But remember, in 2017, former Governor Scott Walker gave massive tax cuts to Foxconn when he envisioned a much larger $10 billion investment.
3 people are dead after a crash in Wauwatosa Tuesday that involved at least 10 vehicles. This is all that's left from one crash scene. It's unrecognizable vehicles on a tow truck. Authorities say officers were originally called to the area for reports of a hit-and-run crash involving a truck from the Department of Public Works. The truck left the crash and reportedly crashed into several stopped vehicles at an intersection. Police believe the Department of Public Works truck was stolen. 3 adults were killed in that crash, and the victims have not yet been identified.
More than 100 animals in Milwaukee are looking for a permanent home after they were removed from a house with unsafe living conditions. The more than 100 animals ranged from dogs to birds to even an alligator. Right now, the city's district attorney is reviewing potential charges. Milwaukee's humane officer says the living conditions were poor and they found some dead animals at the home. However, it appears the owner tried to care for the animals.
They were friendly, socialized, they're all placeable, and that's not typical with the traditional type of hoarding.
The home is now boarded up. Milwaukee police took a 46-year-old man into custody. The district attorney is reviewing potential charges.
Wisconsin expects to get anywhere from $700 million to $1.1 billion to bring high-speed internet to more homes and businesses. But the amount of money Wisconsin will receive depends on recently released internet connectivity maps from the FCC. Local governments and members of the public have until January 13th to challenge the accuracy of those maps. Households and businesses that are underserved by high-speed internet will be the first priority for funding under the BEAD program. Wisconsin already submitted a challenge to more than 7,000 locations in October. The state's broadband office plans to submit another challenge before the deadline next month. The Eagle River Revitalization Program is looking to beautify the city.
The nonprofit is expanding its Artscape banner program. The program has been in place since 2007. Jane O'Brien is an artist in Eagle River, and she says this is a wonderful opportunity to showcase her skill.
Well, I just like to paint, and I paint in watercolor and acrylics, and I like to, I just love to have my work shown on the banners downtown.
The artwork will be digitally photographed and reproduced on 24-inch wide by 51-inch tall banners. Executive Director Karen Margolowski says people around the community enjoy seeing the artwork displayed. President Joe Biden signed a new legislation protecting same-sex and interracial couples.
And the Wisconsin DNR is looking for feedback on its wolf management plan. We'll have a look at what changes they're considering after weather right here on Newswatch 12.
Attract a wide variety of birds to your yard with Enchanted Garden Bird Food. We carry a great selection of high-quality blends to ensure only the best for your backyard friends. Save big money on Enchanted Garden Bird Seed. Check out our great selection of quality Libman cleaning supplies. Our shelves are stocked with brooms, mops, and more to keep your home clean and comfortable. Plus, a Menards gift card is always a great gift idea.
Warm season's greetings to you all from Menards.
Eagle River Pet Company, keeping tails wagging with a full grooming spa. Treat your pet to toys, chews, treats, supplements, and many more unique items they deserve. Stock up on Wisconsin-made dog and cat food, as well as raw food options. You'll also find stuff for humans, too. Decor to complement your pets at home, apparel, and greeting cards. Eagle River Pet Company, located on Wall Street in downtown Eagle River.
At Chevy, the holidays mean going places and doing things you love to do with friends and family. Visit your local Chevy dealer, and when you find your red tag, you find your deal. Then make the most of your time with the people who matter most. Find new moments, find new roads. Find your red tag and get $1,500 total cash allowance on all 2022 Silverado pickups with a 2.7-liter turbo engine. Plus, current Chevy owners get an additional $2,500 cash allowance. Find new roads at your local Chevy dealer.
To everyone who loves great food, let us make you a meal the Wisconsin way.
We cook each butter burger to order for you and the people you love, so it's the best part of your day.
The best.
The best.
And every creamy scoop of fresh frozen custard, pure happiness.
Pure happiness.
Pure happiness. Because where Culver's comes from.
In the heart of America's Dairyland.
Our love.
Our love for fresh food is as strong as our love for all of you.
From Wisconsin with love.
Welcome to Delicious.
Yeah.
All right, a couple of schools already closing for tomorrow. We have quite a system heading our way for tonight throughout the day tomorrow. The heaviest snow, though, arrives tomorrow night into early parts of Thursday morning. Here's the radar now. I know this looks bad, right? But it's not too bad. There's lots of dry air at the surface right now. So this, even though on radar it looks pretty bad, it's not all reaching the ground quite yet. But it will begin to tonight, and we'll get that to the ground as well. We could see an inch or two of snow tonight with some freezing drizzle and light rain in there as well. And then throughout the day tomorrow, another inch or so. And then tomorrow night, you'll know when it starts to snow, it'll start snowing very heavily around here tomorrow evening. Here is the system, right? Impressive on satellite. There's a lot going on here. It's really stirring up the atmosphere. And it's going to move very slowly from right here across Nebraska to near Minneapolis, to near Duluth, over the next 3 days. So we get 3 days of this guy around here with the heaviest snow arriving for us tomorrow night into early parts of Thursday morning. But for right now, here we go. So we have precipitation entering the area now. It's kind of saturating the atmosphere, and you can see behind me you got lots of stuff going on, right? So here we go. It's going to be a messy couple days around here as this thing is all wound up in the atmosphere, has lots of energy, lots of moisture, and temperatures are going to be critical with this one as there'll be a rain-snow line really close by, but most likely leaning toward more snow now, especially late tomorrow night into early parts of Thursday morning. Well, let's walk you through. So here we are tonight about, say 6:30 tomorrow morning, looking at a combination of freezing rain, sleet, and snow across the area. So that's 6:30. Here we are around noon, 2, 3, 5 o'clock in the afternoon. Same thing going on here, right? Freezing rain, sleet, and snow tomorrow. But then watch what happens. A surge of moisture joins this thing about sunset tomorrow, and this is going to be incredibly heavy snowfall rates. Tomorrow evening, probably 6 p.m., 7, 8, 9, 10, we could do 1-2 inches of snow per hour with incredibly high wind gusts near 40 miles per hour, and also some icing out there too. And the snow, with temperatures right near freezing, is going to be that heavy, wet snow. And then this thing kind of sits and spins over us for Thursday into Friday. So overall, we got a messy couple days to go with lots of wind, rain, sleet, and snow to get through. So the problems are going to be snow for sure. That heavy, wet snow, tough to move around. Wind will be an issue in there as well. Ice a bit too. And I'm worried about power issues tomorrow night in early parts of Thursday. You get that icing, you get the heavy snow on top of the icing in the trees, a 40-mile-per-hour wind. We're going to have some outages around here for sure tomorrow night and early parts of Thursday. And we could use some snow. So right now we're at 16.2 inches of snow for the season so far. Last year through today, we already had 30.6 inches, so we need about 14 or 15, right, to catch up. We could do that, or at least get close to that next couple of days around here with snow maps like this. And again, we don't do this very often, but this is that heavy, wet snow. A little bit tonight, a little bit tomorrow, a lot tomorrow night, and into Thursday morning will be the heaviest snow around here. Be careful shoveling this stuff too. It's going to have lots of weight on it. And then we're going to kick up the wind, so it's not going to really blow the snow around too much. It's too heavy for that, but it will blow the trees that have the snow on it. That will lead to power problems around here for sure. Temperatures are right near freezing right now in Rhinelander, 31 for Tomahawk, 30 for Medford, 33 for Wausau. So likely whatever falls tonight will freeze on contact. It may fall as some sleet, freezing rain, and some snow. But overall behind this system, we're going to tug down some much colder air, classic with upper level lows, and we could have high temperatures past the weekend, looking at some single digit high temperatures toward the middle portions of next week. On paper, looks like this: 32 tomorrow, 33 for Thursday, and then right back down Friday, Saturday. So whatever falls snow-wise is going to stick around for a while. And there's some signs now of another system arriving for us too later on next week. Here we go, right? So for tonight, rain, freezing rain, sleet and snow, kind of messy out there. Low temperatures about where they are now, near 30. For tomorrow, rain, freezing rain, sleet and snow to all snow late, like sunset tomorrow evening kind of late. Look for high temperatures near 32 with that southeast wind that could gust near 40 throughout the day. And then looking ahead, your 7-day forecast by Northwoods Furniture and Mattress shows we're messy tomorrow and Thursday into Friday. A couple of flurries into Saturday, and then we get cold with high temperatures next week on Monday in the teens and maybe single digits on Tuesday. Dan and Jessica.
Thanks, Jeff. President Joe Biden has signed a new law giving same-sex and interracial couples new federal protections.
The president signed the Respect for Marriage Act into law on the White House South Lawn Tuesday. The new law voids the Defense of Marriage Act, which is a 1996 law that defined marriage as between a man and a woman. It also requires states to honor out-of-state marriage licenses of those in the same sex and interracial unions. The president gave a speech before signing the law and thanked everyone who worked to get the legislation passed.
Well, many of you standing on the South Lawn here, so many of you put your relationships on the line, your jobs on the line, your lives on the line to fight for the law I'm about to sign. For me and the entire nation, thank you, thank you, thank you.
The Respect for Marriage Act does not require states to legalize same-sex marriage. 39 Republicans in the House and 12 Republicans in the Senate joined Democrats in supporting that legislation.
The Wisconsin DNR announced it's extending the public review period for the draft wolf management plan. The review period now goes through February. The goal of the draft plan is to ensure a healthy wolf population, reduce wolf conflicts, and allow for hunting going forward. The plan includes many changes, such as ditching the single numeric population goal and issuing zone-specific wolf harvest permits. The draft plan can be found on our website, wjfw.com. A Leona Wabeno football player is taking his talent to the next level.
Coming up, Newswatch 12's Saul Meyer will join us with the latest, and we'll have a look at the basketball action from around the Northwoods.
When searching for your next truck, you want your truck to last. Get the job done right with a Lenz truck. We have them all. Half-ton trucks, Power Strokes, Cummins, Duramax, SUVs, over 800 to choose from. Know that all Lenz trucks are fully inspected, certified clean, and can be bought hassle-free online. Go now to lenztruck.com.
Lenz Truck, Lenz Truck. We got the trucks at Lenz Truck.
We got the trucks.
Tiffany's daughter was struck in a hit-and-run accident.
We only had one opportunity to get this right.
She called Hupy and Abraham.
Hupy and Abraham knows how to get what your family definitely deserves.
Medical bills, pain, suffering, lost wages, all the money you may deserve. Call now. Your case is probably worth more than you've been told. Call 800-800-5678. Hupy and Abraham.
They really do mean business.
Ready, Dad?
All charged up.
This holiday season, Ford wants to help you shine bright with a special offer. Now, choose from a great selection of new Ford vehicles in stock and ready for delivery. Or place a custom order on select Ford vehicles, lock in your rate, and you're protected.
I'm proud of you, kid.
And that's how Ford is helping you shine bright. This season, get into a 2022 Explorer SUV with 2.9% financing for 60 months at your local Ford dealer and shine bright.
You can get any phone you want.
Any one I want?
Any phone you want.
Connection is the greatest gift of all. At U.S. Cellular, we're offering any phone free for new and current customers, plus $100 to spend on accessories.
Coming up on your Wednesday, Devin has all the updates on the upcoming winter storm.
Yeah, lots of weather moving in with a little bit of ice on the ground and a lot of snow on the way. Morning tune in on your Wednesday from 5 to 7 a.m.
Leona Wabino 8-man football star Hunter Cronauer announced his commitment to play collegiate football at Ripon College earlier today. Cronauer was a standout defensive player for the Rebels, where he recorded 184 total tackles this past season to go along with 7 forced fumbles, 7 fumble recoveries, 38 tackles for a loss, and 17.5 sacks. And he was a crucial part in Leona Wabino's playoff run that saw them make it all the way to the state semifinals. Juliana Ouimet and the Lakeland Union T-Birds were back in action tonight for the first time since Ouimet became the school's all-time leading scorer, but this was no ordinary game for them. They headed down to take on DC Everest, the school where head coach Melissa Ouimet holds the record for most career points and rebounds. The Ouimets have now come full circle. Let's see if they were able to get the win tonight. And a win here would make it 6 in a row for Lakeland Union or 2 in a row for DC Everest. Here in the first half, the Ouimets were cooking. Juliana takes the inbound here, and an easy layup makes it career point number 1,920. How about another Ouimet off the inbound? This time it's Christina for 3. She finished with 26 tonight. But DC Everest was able to stay in it, capitalizing off of a turnover here, and Braylon Byler gets the fast break layup for 2. And where have we seen this play before? T-Birds on the inbounds into Ouimet. This time Juliana again gets the finish. She finished with 31, and Lakeland Union finishes with the 73-33 win to make it 6 in a row.